What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for October the 26th, Saturday, college football Saturday. That was an easy date to remember. It is my wedding anniversary, 11 years. So, coming to you late Friday night, early Saturday morning. It's about 1 a.m. And just finished the last game of the evening that we had. It was an NBA. So we'll do a recap, get you on a free play. And I've got pretty much all my work done for Saturday. Waiting on a few, it's really not even huge information. It's just stuff that makes me feel better in picking some of these premium games and some of the stuff that is stuff that I take into consideration. And I just want to confirm a few of the little knickknacks before I solidify the card. The card is already, I've already got it written down and everything, and I've got it typed up. I just haven't posted it yet. I will post it probably about 10 a.m. So just wanted to do that, get some rest tonight, be up and at it very early in the morning because I am planning on calling it a day probably between 1 and 2 p.m. at no later than 3. Because then I'm going to come home, chill out for a little bit, and then we've got dinner reservations. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy a night off, but obviously work comes first. So we'll do that. Obviously games start at noon, and we do have an NCAA game of the week coming off of our huge NCAA game of the year last week. Nice winner. So we've got that. It is a mid-afternoon game. So, not going to tell you what game, but I'm going to leave it up until probably 2 p.m. because that's what time I'm planning on calling it quits for the day. So before I walk out of the office for the day, I will pull it down from the site to where it cannot be purchased anymore. But it's already up. It's been up since 5 o'clock Friday afternoon. A bunch of people have already jumped on it. It is in college football. Obviously, it's $50, and it's win or get 3 days of all premium daily top plays in all sports. 3 days, no questions asked. So you really have no risk there because a 3-day pass is $50 anyway. So if you lose the one play that you stepped out on, you get 3 days to come back and make sure that you're profitable. And obviously, if you step out and win, which is what we're going to do, you'll have no worries. We do have an NFL game of the month. I have not finished my write-up yet, so I will be finishing that in the morning once I get the card up for all the sports, and you'll be able to purchase that as well. So I'll make sure to post something on social media, send out an email. People have been asking me again, Chase, hey, if I'm not, currently on a subscription, how do I get on your email list? Because I have people email me all the time and say, hey, I just saw your video. I missed your big play of the year. Can you write my email down and make sure you email me anytime you have something like that? Well, no, I cannot. There's just too many people. I've got well over 1,000 people that I have emailed multiple times, or they've emailed me multiple times. I've got over 600 people in a database. I can't remember to do that. There's just no way. But if you want to be on the email list, you go to ChaseWins.com, go to the purchase page, all right? It's going to make you select a package. Whatever's already highlighted, just let it choose that because you're not going to buy anything. Obviously, if you want to buy something, go ahead. But whatever's highlighted, let it choose it. Fill out all the information below it, which will be your name, the username that you want, the password, all that stuff. Once you fill out all your information, click Next. That next screen is going to take you to the actual purchase screen, the credit card screen, to enter your credit card information. Don't enter anything. Once you get to that point, just close out of the website. Your account has been created. So now, not only do you have an account at the website, so when if and when you do want to make a purchase, you don't have to go in and set anything up. You just go in, type in your username, your password, click the package that you want, and boom, it's done. But this way, anytime I send out an email letting you know, like, hey, we have a play of the week, a play of the month, a play of the year. Hey, we've got 2 top plays today. Hey, we're stepping out and going a huge card in hockey, something like that. You're going to get an email letting you know. That way you don't have to necessarily see the video to find out about it. So if it's on a day that you missed the video, because I want you to watch. There's good information in it. You always get a free play. You get the reasonings why. You get my knowledge of what I've studied in the game. But if you can't, say you're traveling, you're in the office and you can't watch the video, at least you know what's going on. And if it's something you're interested in, you can jump on it. So, got a lot of questions about that, so just figured I'd address that. So, anyway, play of the week tomorrow. It is a mid-afternoon game. I will leave it up for purchase, like I said, until I leave the office. So don't wait till the last minute, because if I end up getting everything done, which is all sports, all the cards posted, my emails answered, as well as the NFL top play, the big play of the month, as long as all that's up, hell, if I get it done early at noon and I've got all my bets in, shit, I'm leaving. I'm gone. Listen, when you work as many hours a day as I do, I certainly don't feel bad about finally being able to take a half day or something like that. And, going to do that, enjoy some time with my wife, and then, because I'll be back at it Sunday morning to work. It's a 7-day-a-week grind. But, so make sure you jump on that. Like I said, the game doesn't go till mid-afternoon, so you got plenty of time. And it's going to be a good game. So, let's get into a recap for what we did for Friday. And I'm going to bounce out of here for the day. So, let's do it by sport, because we played NBA, we played NHL, we played college football, and we played the MLB. We'll start with the MLB. Free play was Houston Astros money line minus 130. That was also a premium play on the card. That was a nice, easy winner. So, we've got a series now, guys. We have got a series. So, hopefully, Houston will be able to put it back to even tomorrow night in DC, and if they can do that, then what will happen in Game 5 is really no concern to me. Obviously, I would want Houston to win it, but even if the Nationals won it, I would be okay with it. They go up 3-2, but then you've got to go back to Houston, and you think the fans are rowdy in Game 1 and 2? Shit. You go out there and you have a series where you tie it up on the road, and then you come back down a game or even up a game where you can end it, in Game 6. That's going to be a tall task for Washington to win this thing in Houston. So if Washington's going to win it, they're going to need to do it by winning the next 2 games in a row and doing it in their home city. Which, you know what? If Washington wins it, so be it. We've made so much money in the MLB this season and even in the postseason, where I'm certainly not going to be disappointed by any means. I do want that nice 8-1 winner that we had at the beginning of the, or that we gave out at the 3 weeks before the season started in the bet that I had. But if the Washington Nationals are going to win it, I'd like them to win it at home. Every team wants to, especially your first one, you want to win it at home. So, profitable day in the MLB as always. Took care of business there. That was a premium play and the free play that I gave you. Let's jump over to college football. We split out in college football. We took Colorado plus 11.5. That was an easy winner. They were actually winning for 95% of that game. They come up. They made some bad drives late. I actually watched a good bit of that game. And, hand it to USC. They did good with the elevation, with the colder weather. Just 24 hours ago, it was snowing pretty heavily up there. I got to hand it to USC. They did a good job, but to be honest with you, Colorado played the better game. They really, in the latter part of it, just made some bad drives, and they let USC kind of overmatch them and just overwork them. But either way, we won it. We took Colorado plus 11.5, but I really thought they were going to take a win there outright. And then we took under 65 in that game. And again, we go back to the bad drives that Colorado had. They didn't burn enough time, which they were doing so well through most of the game. Had they been able to convert that last drive they were on, where they were still up, had they been able to convert that last first down or third down, whatever it was, had they been able to convert that, I really think that the coach would have tried to burn as much time as humanly possible, because he knows he could settle for a field goal, and that would force USC to play hurry up and score a touchdown to win the game. They wouldn't be able to settle for a field goal. So that's what I was really, really banking on, but it didn't happen. Then, of course, USC came back. We got it. We only lost it by a point, but a loss is a loss. So we split out there 1-1. So no harm, no foul. We dropped just a little bit of juice, but we didn't buy any points or anything, so we're fine there. Getting to the NBA, we took the Chicago Bulls on the money line, minus 115, and I got some questions about that. They're like, why are you taking minus 115 when you could take minus 110? And I'm like, well, what's 5 cents when you're talking about just having to win the game outright versus having to win it by, because it was at 3, and then I was even seeing a couple of 3.5s. I said, I'm not going to lay 3 points, or especially 3.5, and have to win by 4 versus laying 5 cents just to have to win the game. Especially, knowing the way that the teams matched up. I said, if Memphis is able to slow them down, this goes into overtime, it's going to be within that 3-point range. I'm not doing it. Obviously, Chicago would have covered it either way, but we took the money line. Nice winner. We had the Celtics and the Raptors over 213. Nice winner. We had the Suns and the Nuggets over 219. It went into overtime. Right there at the end, we were literally a bucket away. That was a loss. We took the Brooklyn Nets, -8, and they were doing what they needed to do the entire game. Kyrie Irving is going to be the downfall of that team, just like he has been for, so many instances where he's cost his team because he is such a ball hog. There's talent on that team. The thing is, it's so well-rounded compared to a Knicks team. This game should have been over before it started. You look at what they did for 3/4 of the game, and then to let them come back and make it that close, all because Kyrie can't give the ball up? Come on now. So I blame Kyrie for that. And until he learns how to play with this team and starts trusting his team, or the team starts giving an ultimatum, I don't know that I would lay over 3 points with Brooklyn to anybody right now. To anybody. Because Kyrie would be the one that would cost you the game. So that would make us 2-2. But then we had the Lakers -3. They took care of business very handily. I think LeBron kind of made a statement with that game. So ended up making money in the NBA, going 3-2, all premium plays. So we got there, plus we won, and then we get into the NHL, and we had 4 plays. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because you go back to my live show, and how many times have I said it? You don't always have to win more games than you lose to turn profit. Okay? Here, case in point, perfect example. We had 4 games, we lose 2 of them, right? Let's talk about the 2 losses. Both of them totals. We had New Jersey and Arizona under 5.5 goals. That one right there. You pull the information you can pull, you're under all day long, and it was never close. I got the hell beat out of me on that game. All you can really say. Move on. Then we have under 6.5 goals, Vancouver and Washington. And we have been absolute money on totals this year, especially unders. Unders have been hitting well over 85%, but we dropped, obviously, the last 2. Actually, this will be now we dropped the last 3 because we did have an under the other day that we lost. But that one right there actually did everything it needed to do, and then there at the end there were just kind of some garbage time. You hit the back of the net when you don't need to, and that was just kind of our luck, right? So that's 2 losses, but no extra juice. There's no money lines involved, nothing like that. Just your standard 110, right? Then we have the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is a top play. We waited for that line to come from 190 all the way down to 170, 165, whatever you could get it at, and we hammered that as a top play, which was an easy win. They absolutely just annihilated the Sharks. It was an easy game. Sharks coming in off of a back-to-back. Toronto's getting their best goalie back. They're a lot faster than them. They're also kind of coming off of a rocky start. They know the offense they have. They know the team they have. So that's picks up a winner there, which would have actually turned profit for us because of the way we bet, because of the system that we have on our top plays versus our premium plays. And then we have one more play. We take the same game. We take Toronto on the puck line at plus money, plus 125. Nice, easy winner there. So 2-2 with great plus money. Yet another day of a top play winner. Yet another winning day in the NHL. That puts us at 10-2 in top plays for the season. I don't know the overall total record in the NHL now. It's like 40 and something. I don't know. We're sitting 74%, and we're sitting 10-2. Do the math. We're sitting like almost 90%. if not right at 90% in top plays in the NHL. So let's do a recap. MLB 1-0, easy money. NCAA 1-1, there's a little bit of juice. So we have a winning sport. We split out there. NBA we go 3-2. We turn money. Winning day, 2-2 in the NHL, but a top play winner, and a plus money play as well. So another day, another winning day, and another day of great profit. That's all it's about, guys. So now that you've got that, and you know the promo for tomorrow, obviously everything else. If you're not interested in the game of the week or anything like that, you can get the 3-day pass for $50. That gives you all premium and daily top play in all sports for $50 for 3 days. Same thing applies for the week pass, which is a measly $99. We still have the sale going on for the 1 month pass. That's going to be up till Sunday. That's $2.99, usually $4.99. And that actually comes with the game of the week, guys. So if you want the month pass, you're going to not only get every premium and daily top play for 30 days in all sports, you get the play of the week. That's it. I mean, that's a $50 value right there every week. You get that automatically. And usually we wouldn't do that when we have it discounted, but I left it up there. So, you're getting a $200 value just in that alone. So, $700 value for $300. Can't beat it. And then what else do we have? The basketball promos are still up. They'll be up until Sunday, or at least the NBA one will be. That one's coming down on Sunday. The hockey is still discounted slightly, not as much as it was. Guys, you hear me here day in and day out. If you're not on hockey, you hate money. There is not another capper on YouTube that can get on there every day and say they're even remotely close to me. Find another service doing what I'm doing in hockey, and I'll give you, and it's fully documented where I can prove it. I will give you the hockey season. It's just not happening, especially at the volume that I'm playing at. Find somebody that has a 10-2 top play record this season, and I'll give you a free month of NHL without question. So, there you go. All right, so now that we've gotten all that out of the way, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm going to give you a free play. If you watched the live show the other day, which you should have, I gave out Michigan on the money line, Michigan laying a point, but I told people, don't lay the point. Take the money line because they have to win by a point. You can't win by a half point, and you're only laying $1.05. So, if they only win by a point, you're going to push. But if you lay the money line and they win by a point, you win, and you're laying less juice. So either way, if you lose the game, taking the money line is a lot less. Well, not a lot less risky, but it's less risky. That's how you have to shop for stuff, guys. That's being smart financially. Even though it's not much. You do that over the course of the year, you don't realize how you can save yourself a couple thousand. If you're $100 better, you can do stuff like that and save yourself risk-wise $1,000. If you're $1,000 game better, you could risk a few thousand less over the course of the year, just for shopping things like that. Okay, so I gave out Michigan on the money line on the live show the other day. This is going to be a game that is not very interesting, and people are probably not going to like this play. But Miami of Ohio at Kent State. Kent State opened up as a 2-point favorite. It dropped pretty quickly to -1.5. Now Kent State's laying 3 at home, which is understandable. But if you look at it, and you look at win-to-loss ratios, and you can go read a bunch of articles on this. And I actually went through and looked at some handicappers articles on this game, just to see what they said, because I felt like it was going to be the same exact thing ESPN was saying. ESPN, CBS, NBC, all these Yahoo Sports, they all are basically saying, look at Miami of Ohio. They have no offense. They can't score points. They can't run the ball. They can't pass the ball. Their defense is well below average, so on and so forth. And then they look at Kent State. Look at their record. They're winning. They're passing. They're rushing. They're doing this. They're doing that. Fair enough. But then look at the line. If you took all that, and all of that was true, every bit of it, well, then Kent State would be favored by a touchdown. Because then the odds makers would think that Kent State was truly a 3 to 4 point favorite, and then you tack on a field goal for your home field advantage, especially within conference. Look at who's Kent State has played. Nobody. Look at Miami of Ohio, who's won 2 of their conference games. Look at their non-conference schedule. They have played tough teams that we know they couldn't beat. So don't say they don't have an offense. Don't say their defense is well below average when they come in so far behind the eight ball in these games that we know what the outcome's going to be. With Kent State, they're winning games they should win. Miami of Ohio is losing games they should lose. But look at the ones where you can flatline it a little bit, and these teams are fairly even. Matter of fact, I believe if you go off of what they've been able to do against teams they've been clobbered by, they've actually not played as bad as what the physical score would say. So I don't believe that they're as bad as their record is. I don't believe that Kent State is quite as good as their record is. And I think these teams, truth be told, I think that Miami of Ohio should have opened up a 3-point favorite. But it makes sense that I think the odds makers think that Miami of Ohio is about a point to a point and a half better team. That's why I opened up at -2 in favor of Kent State because of home field. I actually like the money line at plus 125 with the dog here on the road, and I would have taken that had we still been talking about a point and a half. Getting a field goal, I'm going to take the field goal, and I'm going to gladly take the field goal. I'm going to gladly take the field goal with the road underdog, Miami of Ohio, +3. If you want to purchase this up to 3.5, it would be a very good idea. But I would wait because I think we could see 3.5 by kickoff anyways at 3:30. I would wait till about 2 p.m. Eastern time, look at this game. If it's still sitting at 3, I would actually buy it up to 3.5 and then place a half wager on the money line at plus money to offset, what you're doing and what the juice that you are then risking, to buy it up, because I think both of them are going to win. But I think if you wait till about an hour, hour and a half before game time, you can shop that line and you'll probably be able to find the 3.5 without having to lay the extra juice. And that right there, that's your golden ticket, getting 3.5. If not, buy it up. That would be a premium play at 3.5. It would be just slightly under a premium play at +3. So do what you will with that. We're going to take it +3 as the free play. But if you would like to bump it up to a very small premium